Here we go. This is where you go.
Am I starting? Hey guys, I am so super excited. Q4 is here, right?
It's here.
Woo! And more exciting than Q4 is the fact that for the first time in 2 years, we have a trip that everybody can win. Everybody can win. Everybody can come hang out. And it is almost like a glimpse of normal. And I love normal. So we're going to dive in tonight. Listen, in true Christina fashion, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, pull on your big girl britches, your boots, get ready, dig in. This call is going to be for those of you who are thinking, leaders retreat sure would be nice if only I had a plan. Well, we are about to hand deliver you a plan right in a package. So we'll just start with why you need to be at Leaders Retreat. I think Britt is going to clue us in on kind of the marketing strategy behind why Plexus picked this time of year, this quarter. So we'll jump over there to her and then we'll just kind of go from there.
Okay, so Leaders Retreat is a trip that you can earn with this Q4 sprint in case you have been hiding under a rock. Okay, but maybe you're new here and you're not familiar with how our contest works or our trips work. Well, Leaders Retreat is until 2020. It's a trip that we have every single year that is for, wait for it, leaders. And anybody can earn it, and you should want to earn it because first of all, you go to the Gaylord. It's usually at a Gaylord and in some state. This year it's in Orlando. And it's just this luxury hotel that's super nice. And then you see Plexus branded paraphernalia everywhere you turn. So Plexus spares no expense to make these trips super, super special. You will go and you will mingle with the top leaders in the company. You will get training that is exclusive for leaders only, specific to where you are at in your business. And then qualifying for the trip, that's just the first prize in this contest because there's lots of other fun things too. Did you guys see the 4 Disney tickets? Did you guys see the shopping spree? And then there's other prize levels too, like a bunch. I think there's more prize levels this contest than there has been for any other sprint this year. So you definitely want to be on this trip. And when you see exactly how doable it is to earn the trip, then you are definitely going to want to go all in and work for it. And I will say work like you're going to earn it, because even if you're looking at the credit amounts and you're thinking, I don't know how I'm going to make that happen, I promise you your credits will always be higher than you thought they were going to be. My first year working my Plexus business, I missed earning this trip by 1 welcome pack, guys. Like I did not understand what Leaders Retreat was. I didn't know it was a trip that I could go on. I had no idea. And I'm not like really a competitive person. And so the word contest, it didn't really appeal to me until I realized how close I was to earning it. And then I saw all of my friends go without me. And I was like, oh, I guess I could have sold another welcome pack and earned that trip. So I definitely had major FOMO, but Plexus puts these trips on because they want to invest in you, who you are as a person, who you are as a leader. They want to invest in your business. They want to help you grow. That's the purpose of the trip. When you go on the trip, it's so nice that you are marketing it online and all of your friends see you on this fancy, all expenses paid trip. And guess what happens? It creates excitement. It creates momentum. People want to do this with you. They think, oh, that looks super fun. What? Susie earned a luxurious trip? I know her. She's nobody special. If she can do that, I can do this. That looks so fun, what she's doing. I'm over here stuck behind my cubicle 9 to 5. Or I'm over here and I don't have an adult conversation to have except for once a week when I go to church or whatever. So guys, it paints the picture for people for what's possible. It creates excitement. It builds momentum on your team. So you definitely want to be there. Leaders are born at events. And let me say that louder for people in the back. Leaders are born at events. You need to do what it takes to make this trip happen.
Yeah. And leaders don't miss them. So whatever it takes to make this happen, you make them happen. And guys, listen, if you were not on social media over the weekend, several leaders who have been to Leaders Retreat before and it has impacted their business, they made a couple of quick, short live videos. So I won't rehash my journey or whatever, but go check those live videos out. They will help keep you inspired and excited. But it starts with a decision, and it starts with a decision to start right now. This is not something that you want to find yourself playing catch up in December while you're also trying to do all the holiday things. It starts right now. And guys, listen, the sooner that you get started, the more retention credits you're getting for those joins, the longer that you have to create those new rank ups within your team. So it really is important to get started on that right away. All right. So we are going. Oh, before I tell you this. So here's another thing that I love about the way corporate set this contest up. So you guys know, generally speaking, spring is like the big busy season for us, right? So people are thinking about summertime and, beach bodies and all those things. Well, what you do this fourth quarter, and listen, and here's how I know this. My corporate coach was talking to me today and he was like, I wish people understood that what they do quarter 4 will determine what their life is like quarter 1 of next year. Like the leaders that you see blowing up quarter 1 of next year on the leaders board, creating new leaders, the new jewels ranking up, it's all going to have to do with what they're doing in quarter 4. So when you see somebody and you think, oh man, that's fun, she's in super massive momentum, it never is from that activity right then. It's from the activity the quarter before. So you have the opportunity right now to not only earn this trip and all of these prizes, but to have an added benefit of knowing that you are setting yourself up to cruise right into Q1 of next year and take advantage of seasonal momentum, company momentum, etc. So I love that corporate did that. Okay. Anything before we get into the strategy breakdown, Britt?
I think we covered it. Why they need to be at Leaders Retreat.
Yes. Okay. So we are going to show you in just a second a strategy breakdown of how you could go from a silver ambassador, brand new, to 700 credits over the course of the quarter. Now, for you people who want to win that shopping spree, sweep the contest, etc., you would just do this activity 3 times. You would do this monthly, so that your credits would accrue and you would end up with the shopping spree. So does everyone understand that before I show you my screen? So it's going to show you how to earn 700 credits. That would qualify you for the trip. And PS, you want to qualify as quickly as possible. But if you were to do this activity monthly, then you would earn the shopping spree. Okay. So let's share our screen. I can move this out of the way.
I don't think that's the right slide.
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Okay, so here is your road to 700 credits. We'll put this in the team page, so you don't have to stress out about trying to screenshot it. Britt, do you want to go through the breakdown? You want me to take them through it?
You can run through it.
Okay, so here's the thing. These are kind of the essentials, right? You'll have some things, some outliers, but we just wanted to give you a very simple thing to focus on. So you see at the top, it says we're going for the big prize here, so there's no time to play around. Get into as many real conversations as possible and be authentically interested in them. That kind of service mindset will lead to bigger results for you and your people. You can see where it says, repeat these activities for the shopping spree. Okay, so you're going to help new people by adding 20 new VIPs on your levels 1 and 2 throughout the quarter, right? So maybe that's 7 this month, 6 next month, 6 the following, whatever. Then you will have earned yourself 200 credits, just like that, by adding 20 new people to your levels 1s and level 2s. Okay, so not 40 total, but 20 total amongst your levels 1 and 2. Okay, develop your team. Here's the thing: if you were to help 3 level 1s go silver, which you should, if you're adding 20 new level 1 and level 2 people, you should be having silvers, right? So if you help 3 people go silver, you'll have earned 120 credits. Help 1 level 2 go silver and you've earned 40 credits. In doing so, you would have gotten 3 new level 3s for 15 credits, and you will have maintained your rank if you were a silver ambassador and you would have earned yourself 50 credits simply by doing that. So right there, just by helping those people and developing a few of them, you're at 425 credits. Okay, it's only 700 credits to earn the trip. Okay, so then
I have to jump in real quick. This part about develop your people, if that feels fuzzy to you, go back and watch Christina. The last 2 calls that Christina has done will cover the first 2 lines that she just went over. Helping new people, which is recruiting, and then developing people, which means you help them go help people. And she outlines for you exactly how to cast vision for people, how to get people to even want to go silver, what it requires of you to get them to that point. She just lays it all out. She literally gave you a map for success, and it's up to you to go and take the action that's required to produce those results. It is doable. It really is a matter of a skill set, and there's an outline right there for you. So just go watch those videos and go put those into action.
Yeah. So there's time where, you know, watching all the different various training resources is helpful, but guys, right here, you've got to hone in. The skill here is recruit, become excellent at it. So if you have to watch my recruiting video 10 times this quarter, you just do that and something new will stick out every time. If duplication is what feels fuzzy, then you watch that casting vision and creating business builders video over and over and over again. And guys, listen, some of you are over there thinking, well, if I only had a team, I could earn this. There will be brand new ambassadors who have not even joined our company yet, who will come in and sweep this contest. I want you to know that. And some of them will be on my team. Okay. They're not even a part of Plexus yet. They will join and they will sweep the contest, because I'm telling you, they'll be willing to do these activities repeatedly. So whatever you're telling yourself in your mind, you're going to create for yourself. So right now, squash whatever that is, that whatever voice that is, and replace it with truth. Other people in your exact same situation will earn this trip. So can you. Okay. All right. So if you are a silver ambassador and you did these first 2 activities, then you would have ranked up, right? You would have actually double ranked. You would rank from silver to senior silver to gold. So doing that, you would have earned 75 credits for the first rank up, 75 more credits for the second rank up, for a total of 150 credits for a rank up. For that criteria right here. So same thing, if you're going from gold to, you hit senior gold and ruby, same thing. It's 75 credits per rank up. Okay. And you get that if you rank up more than once, then yes, you get credits for each time that you rank. Okay. Customer care right here. We have 100 plus, because it's going to depend on when are you adding your people? If you add your people in October and they reorder in November and December, then your customer care credits are going to be higher than if you wait and massively recruit in December only, right? Because then you're only getting those welcome pack bonuses. You're not getting the retention credits. So get as many joins as you can in October, so that when they reorder in November and December, you're getting those customer care credits. If you're adding 20 new VIPs on your levels 1 and 2, and you got that done in October, then just imagine the amount of credits that you would have. It would be a ton. Okay.
Also do not neglect the people who've joined you in August and September, because you are going to get retention credits in October for those people.
Yep. So if you had joins last month and their subscription runs in October, you'll be ahead of the game. You'll have credits for joins from the last quarter. And then obviously your own subscription. Guys, Plexus is so generous. They're like, oh yeah, you spend your hard-earned money here every single month on your supplements. Let us give you credits for that too. So here's your breakdown. Here is what you can do spread out over the quarter if you would like, or if you really want to amp it up into high gear, then this right here can get you to the shopping spree and beyond.
And one thing, let me clarify on the subscription order. Manual orders do not count. It has to be a subscription. So if you want sprint credits for your own order, make sure your order is on a subscription.
Yep. And it has to be, from what I understand, it has to be one subscription order. So don't have them broken up. Okay. So here's what you guys probably don't know. And this is how much behind the scenes brain power we have put into trying to figure out exactly what to do to create an environment where you guys can be successful and win. So what we're going to share with you next has been hours and hours of just trying to contemplate what activities will it take for someone who's brand new or who's been here a little while to come in and achieve their goals with this contest. We actually started planning this on the plane back from Mexico. So our whole plane ride back, we're like, okay, what does our team need? What do they need? What do they want? What do they need? And so we're going to show you that now. But there's some ground rules I think that we want to cover. Do you want me to tell them what the ground rules are for boot camp? Okay. So we are going to change things up for this quarter. This is going to be our how many of you are familiar with the giveaway chats we've had going on? Like you would get a join, you would go in their number off. We would do a giveaway every 10 joins or so. Okay, we're going to change things up because Plexus is giving away all the prizes, right? All the prizes. We want these prizes. And so what we're going to do for the next 3 months for this whole entire quarter is we're going to have what we're calling Orlando Bound Boot Camp. Okay. We've done this several years ago when we got to go to Orlando, and lots of us dug into this and lots of us made the trip to Orlando, and it was fantastic. So we're going to show you the flow. And here's how it's going to look, guys. We're going to have one chat. Okay. And only people that we want in this chat, and this is said with the most love in my heart, are the ones who are committed. Okay, we're going to show you what's required. And if you're in a place where you say, yes, this is me, I'm willing to do what it takes, I want to earn this trip, then we want you in this chat. And guys, listen, if you're in a place, in a season in your life or in your business where you say, you know what, that really sounds good, but I'm just not in a place where I want to be all in and committed to that burst for 90 days, then this probably isn't the chat for you. And that's okay. There have been times in my life, seasons in my life where I've not been able to be full throttle, and that is completely fine. So this chat is for people who are ready to do that 90-day burst. I believe you can do anything for 90 days. And there have been times where we have really taught you guys consistency is key. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. And what we are asking for here is for consistency to meet intensity. Okay, for 90 days. And y'all listen, this is literally like my lifeblood. Okay, I love this so much. It's crystal clear to me. And really, listen, I just got no patience for somebody who says, yes, I want all of these things, but then they're unwilling to do the things. So what we want to know, or what we want to show you guys, is exactly what the things are. We want there to be no questions. You need to have a plan and say, okay, if I'm willing to do what they say it will take, then I have a great shot of being successful here with this contest. So we're going to show you that. At the end of all of this, if you want in this Orlando Bound Boot Camp, it's simple. It's simple. You will report once a week. So you're not going to comment daily with, here's my activity. I did this many new, this many follow-up. I had this many joins. We do shout our joins out every day, all day. As joins come in, we'll still celebrate one another and say, hey, I got to join. Hey, I got to join. We'll celebrate each other like we always have. But otherwise, every week on Monday, you're going to post your recap from the week before. So it'll look like this. Christina's weekly recap. 52 new contacts, 56 follow-ups, and 87 joins. That's all I would write, just my weekly recap. And then everyone will do the same. That's where the accountability aspect comes in. Because if you do not recap your week, any of the 4 weeks out of the month, you will be politely removed from said chat. Again, it's no hard feelings. It's just to protect the integrity of the chat. It's an accountability chat for a reason. So if by some chance you were to get put out in October, you could jump right back in November with the same commitment. Okay. So I'm telling my team, set you an alarm on Saturday, set you an alarm on Sunday, and set you a last minute alarm on Monday, because cut off for commenting will be Monday Night Live. So by the time Monday Night Live starts, then weekly recaps got to be in for the week before. So please, please, please don't message me at 9:07 and say, I'm so sorry, I forgot. I'm telling you now, set an alarm on Saturday if you're done working on Saturday, or if you're done working on Sunday, and you can comment in your weekly recap any of those days. Okay, so is everybody clear on the accountability aspect of it? Please don't make us remove you from the chat. And
we
guys,
beg of you now so that you do not beg of us later.
yes, and y'all do not make this mistake. Please do not assume someone on your team wants to be in this chat without getting their full buy-in. Make sure that they've watched this video. They know what they're committed to, because guys, the worst thing that would happen is I got to remove somebody that didn't even know why they were there to begin with. That creates a sticky situation. Please don't do that to me. Please don't add anybody to this chat that is not committed.
I totally agree, because that is deflating. if someone gets removed from a chat, it's the opposite of what the purpose of this accountability chat is, right? Because there are some people in the chat, they hold themselves accountable. They're gonna, be ready to charge hell with the water pistol, no matter if they are in a chat or if they're not in the chat. But guys, that's not 98% of us, okay? The other 98% of us, we might be tempted to give ourselves an out if it's 10:58 p.m. and we're tired and we realize we didn't get those new contacts that we had promised ourselves we were going to do that day. It's so easy to, allow the excuses to come in and, go to sleep. But for the accountability chat, if you're in there and you have that extra little bit of accountability, then you might get up, get your new contacts in, and then go to bed. Ask me how I know, because I am one of those. So we are business owners, which is not the same thing as an employee. We don't have a boss to clock in and clock out to. We are entrepreneurs. And so we also are humans who need accountability. And that really is the purpose of this. But guys, if you just go get ad happy to this chat and just add anybody who says, yeah, I want to make money, or yeah, I would like to win a prize because I got to join, they're going to get their feelings hurt because they're going to be removed if they're not committed. So for the purposes of this chat, this is not like a free for all. This is not I'm going to go add anybody who wants to work the business. This is get their buy-in and let them know what they are committing to and make sure they are committed before you add them to this chat. So that way, nobody's motivation, gets a damper put on it when they get kicked out of the chat and so on.
Yep. Okay. Are y'all ready to see how this works? The month will be broken into weekly flows: week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So I'm only going to show you week 1 because it starts tomorrow. How you choose to complete this weekly flow is totally up to you. We know we have some of you that prefer to do a certain number every day. We know some of you like to do chunks of your work. So that's why we decided on a weekly flow versus a daily flow. So here we go. We'll walk you through this. Okay. So here is your week 1 checklist. This will be in the team page for you to print out. Do you want to take them through this? Or you want me to?
Sure, we both can. I'll jump in. You might not be able to see those circles at the top, but the under 50 new contacts and 50 follow-ups, that's for you to just check those off as you go. Hopefully you have Doe or a planner or something where you can keep track of actual names, but this is just so you can keep, tally marks, except not tally marks, because this is prettier. So anyways, all right. So like Christina said earlier, we really thought hard about the amount of activity that would be required to produce the results that you're going to want to get. And 50 new contacts, because a lot of people's funnels are empty. We just ended a quarter strong where we had double sprint credits. A lot of you swept the contest. Congratulations. A lot of others of you got some amazing prizes. Even if you didn't get the top prize, you still picked up some really cool things along the way. So bottom line, we finished a sale and double sprints. And so that means it's time to start our funnels over. And if you want joins by the end of the month, then 50 new contacts, you want to front load those at the beginning of the month. So we're going to do 50 new contacts the first week, and 50 new contacts the second week. And then also 50 follow-ups the first week and 50 follow-ups the second week. And we'll have different IPA flow for the third and fourth week. Yeah. Anything you want to say about IPA?
Again, I'm just going to tell you, listen, we have come in before. We've done some March into momentums and certain Marches. I mean, people who want this bad enough, they'll look at these and they'll think, crushing it. I'm going to do 10 new a day. I'm going to do 15 new the first couple of, they'll figure out a plan. So I'm telling you, figure out what your plan is going to be and execute it. There will be people on this team with your exact same hardships and hurdles. We all got them, but they will choose to do this in spite of that. So that's what I encourage you to do.
Yeah. So if you need to go ahead and set up a power hour that you're committed to right now, go ahead and do that, so that you carve out your time and you're so intentional with working your business like it's an actual business. And I asked this question on our goal coaching call earlier, and I like to ask this question often. But if you were an employee, for Plexus, what would your employer say about you, about the work that you are producing, about the work that you are showing up and putting out there? So you need to think about your power hour, and a power hour for me would not be enough time, to be honest with you, to do 50 new contacts and 50 follow-ups in 1 week, because that's 10 of each a day. For me, I know how long it takes me to do IPA, and for me 10 new contacts and 10 follow-ups would probably take me about 2 hours, because I have to think a long time. It'd probably take Christina 5 minutes, but so most of y'all gonna be somewhere in between, because we're kind of two different extremes. So set your intentions now and go ahead and carve out the time, because that right there is going to be what helps you earn this trip. Also, 50 new contacts, that means people that you've never talked to about Plexus before. It doesn't mean make 50 new friends. It means talk to 50 people about Plexus. Say the word Plexus to 50 people that you have never said the word Plexus to before. That is the definition of a new contact for the purposes of this boot camp. Follow-ups, that could be people who are already on their products that you are continuing to plant seeds about the opportunity with, like Christina outlined for you on her business builders call last week. Or it could be people that you are still trying to get on the products.
Yes.
Both of those count as your follow-ups.
Yep. Also, inviting people to the vision casting call tomorrow night. Michelle's doing a call tomorrow night. You taking the time to invite people to that, that's follow-up. If they're already on your team, that's a follow-up. So utilize that. I would be spending a lot of my time tomorrow knocking out some of those follow-ups so I could utilize that event tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then next week, same thing with your follow-ups. There's a product event next Tuesday night. So I would be using Monday and Tuesday, nail those follow-ups by inviting people to that product event.
Yeah, for week 2. For this week, you definitely want to promote Michelle's vision event. Yep. And that is especially, we came up with those mainly to get people who are already ordering their products to catch the vision for the opportunity. But you're welcome to invite any of your prospects to that too. I mean, I have invited prospects, especially when it's a speaker like Michelle Stuchel. Okay. So the next line item is connect with your workers and figure out their goals for Leaders Retreat. And that means on the phone. Call them on the phone and go over the contest with them. Answer any questions that they have, and then help them set their own goals. Show them this call if they didn't see the call, or send them the graphic that we're going to put in the team page where Christina mapped out the road to 700 credits. Show them that graphic, and then you just get with every single one of your workers, show them what's possible for them, and see what their goals are. And then after that, you can set your own goals. If you have 3 level 1 saying, I want to qualify for the trip, then you probably are going to earn Disney if they hit their goals. So then you need to figure out how you are going to support them in reaching their goals. We're not just connecting with them to find out their goals just for the sake of knowing their goals, right? You want to, as a leader, be supporting them in their efforts. So that could look like doing 3-way calls with them, scheduling a messenger party with them, going over their messages and, helping them make sure their IPA is effective, maybe analyzing their Facebook for them. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can do to support your people in their efforts who are trying to reach goals and are working hard.
Yep. So then you see we have, next is your social media, 3 personal posts a week, 3 Plexus posts a week. We feel like that's a good balance, about half and half. And then be active in your stories daily. So you see the little check marks when you've done that on Monday, you posted one of those posts and you've been in your stories, just check it off, done for the day. And I mean, there's plenty of resources out there for what to post. You guys, I mean, we've really been leveling up our branding. Sorry, there was a fly. So there you go. Do that.
Yeah. Okay. So, and we also, if you're not in our stories group, we have a group where we share stories that we've created so that you don't have to feel like you have to go reinvent the wheel or go create beautiful stories, because some people are naturally talented at that and they're kind enough and generous enough to share those with you. And so we have a group where you can pull those from. All you have to do is post them. But I don't post any Plexus stories until I have posted something personal first for the day, because in my mind, I want to earn the right to sell to my audience, and I want to add value before I ask for something from them. So post personal things and Plexus things in your stories every day. And it doesn't have to be a lot. I mean, I think 8 dots, 8 slides total for a day is plenty. And you can fill that out very quickly. I mean, if you just take whatever your post was about and make a story about that, use 3 slides to make a story about that. You can literally take the picture you posted on Facebook, put it in your stories, and just add some captions to it. And the reason for that is because we have found that some people only scroll, other people only watch stories. So we're talking about 2 different audiences here, and it doesn't have to be 2 different sets of content though. So you can work smarter, not hard. Just a tip. Okay. And then there's handy dandy check boxes there for you for each day of the week, so that you can feel good after you created your content for the day. All right. Plug into team culture. I feel like this is a given. If you're going to Leaders Retreat, then you're probably on this call, unless you haven't joined yet. But I mean, Monday Night Lives, I mean, that's kind of like Plexus Church. You don't always feel like getting on there, but when you show up, you're glad you did. And this is where our community happens. This is where you get inspired. This is where you get trained. You need to be on these calls. Even if you don't need to be on these calls, your team needs to see you on these calls as a leader. So therefore, you still need to be on these calls. Okay. They're pretty much non-negotiables. And then book club, we're reading a fantastic book. I won't go into the details of that here, but you need to be on that too. And then if you are gold or above, then you have a rank specific coaching. So if you could hop on that, learn some things, either get coached or learn how to coach, then you are learning some things that's going to help you move the needle forward in your business. Basically, just stay plugged in, because we all need community, because we come up against obstacles and challenges as entrepreneurs, and we need support through that. We need community, and we have each other, and we have a great community. So why would you not be plugged in? Which I'm preaching to the choir right now, because you're on this call, so you're plugged in. Next.
Yeah. And this is why we said it's okay for you to take a reprieve from the consumption of so much training videos. Because look at what we're providing. Like, you have Monday Night Call, you have book club, you have rank coaching, you have the how to recruit video and the how to create business builder video. That's really what you have to focus on for this next quarter. Okay. And then I love this next box. Shout out something good that you've seen someone on the team do in the accountability chat. We want this chat to be major value add. Okay. We want every single person in there taking ownership of adding value to the entire team. And that doesn't mean dropping a bunch of random training video clips, because remember, we've talked about simplify. We're going to focus on the training skills that we need, and we already have resources for that. So it might look like shouting out someone who did a great post. It might look like, shouting. I know somebody on here was doing a welcome call the other day for a sideline. And so shouting that out and saying, listen, I saw, like, that was selfless and that was great. And I appreciated that. Or whatever that you see someone is doing well. It could look like dropping takeaways from a Monday night call and just saying, hey guys, this really stood out to me, wanted to pass it along. So just stepping into your responsibility to the team. Guys, every single one of you has a responsibility to add value to this team. The value add responsibility doesn't just sit on our shoulders. It's on everyone's shoulders. And y'all, we were adding value from silver all the way up. We felt a responsibility from the very beginning to add value. And so that's what we're looking at for you guys. I always believe the cream rises to the top, and you can tell a lot by who's adding value. So we hope that you'll do that.
Yeah, and we want you guys to, since we are only requiring people to shout out their numbers at the end of the week, we're going to have this big chat, but we want the chat to be active the rest of the time. And so we can all be intentional about just saying something, just shouting somebody out, just saying something kind about something that you saw somebody do, or shouting out that you got a new join, congratulating other people on their new joins, maybe sharing a message that you are sending that is getting you good response rate, etc., etc. There's a million things. Watch the leaders in the chat. You'll know who the leaders are because they're adding value.
Yep. And then here's an idea for the week. Reach out to existing ambassadors about new greens. You should be reaching out to every single person in your back office, letting them know about the new products. We've got the greens that just launched, hydrates not that long ago. We've got new products that people have not had an opportunity to try yet. And now they need to be. So reach out, send them a really pretty graphic, tell them some information, ask if they're open to checking it out. And if so, find them a combo that includes the product that they're interested in and build the value of that product. So make sure that you're doing that. That's just stellar customer service, right? To say, hey, you have this membership that gets you access to all of our things, but we're not going to bother to tell you that we've added something to our inventory. Like, it's just great customer service. So take that extra step and do that, serve in that way. And then y'all see it at the bottom in bold. Again, I'm on record as saying, you have to recap. You have to recap. It's literally the only accountability aspect that we have. And then if you are gold or above on your rank coaching that week, we're going to take the first 5 minutes and just verbally call out our numbers. So it would look like, okay, golds, we're about to get into coaching, but real quick, we're going to go around, everybody unmute, say your new contacts, your follow-ups, and your new joins. We'll celebrate people who had joins. Brittany or I may have a question about it, and we'll move right into coaching. So sometimes it's just good to first of all, to be able to celebrate if you've been successful that week. That always feels good. And then for you to have to hear the activity that other people are doing. If I'm seeing Terry or Missy or somebody in there getting multiple joins that week, and I'm over here thinking, man, I wish I had that number of joins. And then I'm able to hear the activity that they were doing in order to be able to get those joins. Now I have like, okay, well, I can up my activity in order to get those joins if that's necessary. So it's just good. It's another way to have ownership of what you're doing. So recap before Monday Night Live in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't got to kick you up out of there.
And then there's a space for you to write the names of any new level ones that you enroll from all that massive activity you got yourself in this week.
Yep. All right. Well, that's literally the end of this. It's probably like the easiest PowerPoint ever, but that's it, you guys. It's literally going to come down to a decision. We have seen, just massive, massive, amazing things happen when somebody sets their eyes on a prize. And so the prize here is just the, just the status, I guess. Is that a word? Just the feeling that comes from walking up in a leaders retreat and knowing that you belong there. That was the trip for me. I won it. I started in January and I won it in October, and I took my husband, who was super skeptical. And man, I walked out of there like, oh yeah, I need more of that. I want more of that leadership thing. I'll have what she's having. So you got to get there. Got to get there.
All right. Sounds good. So we'll get this checklist posted in the team page, and then we want you to comment if you are committed to the activity that's required, and then we'll get this chat set up first thing in the morning. And we'll see y'all there. That it?
Bye.
Bye.